Hi everyone, welcome to Burra Country. I'm Peter, and in this episode we're heading to Toora, which is right behind me, and we're riding from Foster to Toora, and then we'll be riding from Toora down to Welshpool and then on to Port Welshpool. And this turned out to be a slightly longer trip than what we'd originally planned, and so we've broken this up into 2 episodes. Okay, so hi everyone, welcome back to Burra Country. I'm Peter, and today we are riding from Foster on the Great Southern Railtrail right through down to Port Welshpool. Now the trail itself actually goes to Welshpool, and we're just riding past the original train platform and station here, or there's in Foster. But the rail trail goes to Welshpool, and then there's a 5 kilometre side trail that goes down to Port Welshpool. So we're going to do that in one leg, and in the middle of this is the town of Toora, and so that's on the way through. So I'm going to head off and just get on the trail, and I'm being met up today, so I'm only going one way. So I won't be going both ways on the trail, but yeah, and today I'm actually on a different bike. So I'm actually on a Dyson Evo Hardtail RTC, which is a new bike that I've purchased. So a bigger bike than my folding bike. Not that the folding bike couldn't actually manage this, which is kind of cool how it did. I've just wanted something a bit more my size, and maybe something that has better endurance for longer rides for both me and the bike. So yeah, so we're heading off. So today's ride is around about 25 kilometres all up. So it's about 10 kilometres from Foster to Toora, and then it's another 10 kilometres to Welshpool. So yeah, so, and we'll be doing a review. I'm doing another review at the moment for the Lightner folding bike that we've been riding so far down this trail, and then I am going to be doing a review on this bike. Now, I paid for this bike, so it's fully paid for. I can tell you I paid the premium price for it, but got it locally, and so there's no sponsorship attached to this whatsoever, let me tell you. But we're actually going to have a video because I also had it fitted, got sized up for the bike and had it professionally set up for me so that everything's in the right place. And I'm still getting used to that different seating position, but certainly already noticing that I'm riding better already. So that's actually a really good thing. So the other thing I've got on my helmet, and I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, is I've actually got some little shiny things hanging off the back of my helmet, and I'll show you a bit of a shot in a little bit. I've got some reflective ribbon, which at the moment is the favoured way to try and reduce the magpie attacks that you might get while you're out riding. And if you saw my short the other day from up near Leongatha, that magpie really took to town on me on that one. So yeah, it really had a go. So I've decided to put some more reflective things on it, and no different than the reflective, I've got reflective strips on my drone as well, for the same reason, that for whatever reason the birds don't like the reflective part. So I'm going to try that out. But certainly that if you do a bit of reading on people on rail trails, they'll tell you that they're that at the moment the favoured method is to have some of this stuff. You buy it in Bunnings. It costs about $9 for a roll of it, and it's called plant. I think it's called bird reflective tape or bird off tape or something like that, and it's just reflective ribbon. It also makes a bit of a noise, which you can probably hear. So I've got some strips of that hanging off the back of my bike at the moment, just to see if that helps out. And there's one coming in at me now. There's a magpie coming at me right now. So, up. Well, that might actually work. There you go. I'm just talking about it and it's actually happened right there. Welcome to Toora. And if you follow the trail up until you get to the original train platform and then cross over from there up over to where you'll see the park, and the park is just over on the left, but over on the right is the toilets. And the toilets are one of those well-built units there. There's water there for washing your hands, and there's obviously water then for getting water for your pets and that sort of thing there as well. So well kept and clean, and we'll get the standard 2.5 burrow ducks. Just beside the toilet block is a tourist information area there with a picnic table there, and also a bike stand where if you need to lock your bike up, there's somewhere to lock it to. So as we go for a walk up into the township, Toora is located about 186 kilometres southeast of Melbourne. And sadly, today, Toora is one of those unfortunately fine examples of a town that has declined as industry, transport, and community infrastructure is closed down. Its current population is reported to be anywhere between 500 and 700. But the town had quite a big growth when it started. And it started originally called Muddy Creek and opened in around about 1846. It later became incorporated into another area beside it, which was called Toora, and the whole area became Toora in 1889. In 1888, one of the largest tin mines in Victoria opened, and that opened the way for more industry, for more employment, and for the town's growth. And the railway then soon opened following it in 1892, and in 1893, the first dairy factory opened. As you can see, as we walk up this town, there's a lot of closed stores here. So this is one of these sad things that you see when you walk around some small towns. And one of those things is where you see lots and lots and lots of closed stores in the main street. There are quite a number of old historic buildings, and some of them, as this one here at the right here, is in quite a state of disrepair. The railway closed here in 1983, and this was soon followed by the closing of the local hospital in 1985, and then the dairy factory finally closed down in the late 1990s. From a tourism aspect, Toora has a number of nearby tourist attractions. Firstly, there's Agnes Falls, and Agnes Falls is about 12 kilometres away, and Agnes Falls is the highest single drop waterfall in Victoria, and it's about 60 metres. So there's a single span in that drop that drops down to around about 60 metres. There's the Toora wetlands and bird hide, which is nearby. And when I say nearby, it's still a few kilometres down the road towards the coast, but it is within riding distance if you're on a bike. There's also a heritage pear orchard in town. And there's a scenic lookout on Silcock Hill Road with views over the region and Wilson's Promontory. This is a quick view of Agnes Falls, and this is the top section, and just below that, which I don't have video of, unfortunately. This is some film I took on a different trip, but down below that is where it drops down, and where we're standing here, there's quite a significant drop down below you. The Toora Tourist Park is also located just across the road from town on the South Gippsland Highway, and that site includes both powered and non-powered sites for caravans and for camping. Well, that's a wrap for this episode, everyone, and thanks for joining us once again in Burra Country. Next episode, we finish this leg and we'll be heading down to Welshpool and then taking the 5-kilometre detour down to Port Welshpool. And Port Welshpool, of course, is a great fishing location. And later this year, we'll be having some episodes when we head out in the most salubrious, our boat, and head out and do some fishing in that area. So see you next time in Burra Country.